Hey, Suzanne here with Caregiver Haven. We have a couple of really great questions from our members, and these come from seniors as well as family members who are all working together to make life better for each and every one of us. And these are very common questions. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one is my 78-year-old dad lives with us and he keeps the thermostat at 82 degrees. Yikes. My kids are sweating through their clothes. My electric bill has tripled. My husband is threatening to move dad into assisted living over this. Dad says we're going to freeze him to death and he's miserable. Is this worth breaking up the family? I feel like everything is falling apart. And this is from Michelle. She lives in Pennsylvania where it gets quite cold in the winter. Okay, Michelle, we hate being cold as seniors, but we also hate it that everybody else is, not adjusting to our temperatures, right? And don't worry about your family. We're going to figure this out. Here's what's actually happening. Your dad's body genuinely can't regulate this temperature. All right. His metabolism has slowed and he lost muscle mass and his circulation isn't what it used to be. And that layer of fat under his skin that acts like insulation has thinned out. When he says he's freezing, he's not exaggerating or being difficult. His body is literally losing heat faster than yours or your husband's body or your kid's body. He is cold. But here's the thing. Cranking the whole house to 82 degrees isn't the solution. It's making all of you miserable and it's costing a fortune. I get it. So here's a better approach. First, get your dad a full checkup focusing on thyroid function, circulation, and medication review. Yes, medication review. Very important. Sometimes being constantly cold signals thyroid problems or medication side effects that can actually be fixed. I've seen simple medication adjustments completely resolve this issue. So you don't need to guess. Just get those two things checked out. Second, stop heating the whole house and start heating your dad specifically. Get him a small space heater for his bedroom or wherever he spends most of his days. Many of our caregivers, many of our members and seniors have a special place in their home, their favorite chair, where they have their blankets, they have their space heater, they have their lamp, and they have their headphones. And that's where they go to rest and relax and rejuvenate. It is an absolute special place for them. Just like a baby has a crib, well, a senior has their place too. We all have them. All of us seniors have them or should have them, okay? Then you could get quality heating blankets for the couch, heating mattress pad for his bed works wonders, and they provide the warmth without turning the house into a sauna. All right. Third, layering matters more than you think. So you get your dad different layers like thermal underwear, a t-shirt over another t-shirt that he's wearing. All right. The moisture, there's certain kinds. You don't want cotton because cotton can keep you cool, but you want heavy clothing that traps the warm air, just like a wetsuit or a dry suit. It traps the air when scuba divers jump in cold water. And then movement generates heat. So if your dad's sitting for hours without moving, his circulation slows even more and he feels colder. Encourage him to get up and move around the house every hour. He should be doing that anyway, right? And even simple leg lifts. He could wear a hat. Many times the heat escapes from our head. So putting on a nightcap, not drinking a nightcap, I'm saying putting a cap on his head works. Or he could even do maybe leg lifts, ankle rotations while he's sitting down. And then there's the family meeting that you need to have. And you need to sit down when everybody's calm and you need to talk about this, not in the middle of a thermostat battle, and explain that you don't understand, or you do understand, I should say, what's going on, and that this is why he's cold. All right. You could do it in front of him or you could do it to your husband and kids without him, but explain why he's cold all the time and keep him away from drafty windows, of course. Put him in sunlight if you can, but away from the window. The key is, Dad, I want you to be comfortable. That's what you got to say to him. Dad, I want you to be comfortable, but I also need the rest of the family to be comfortable too. So we're going to find solutions that work for everybody. And that's not failing. That's problem solving. All right. Download this. Is it too cold or something more? It's an assessment tool, and it's going to show you when things really get out of whack. But the first thing to do is that thyroid and that medication review. So you'll be able to do this, Michelle, I'm sure. All right, now let's look at the second question. So the second question is still about, the bad circulation and all of that. So I'm waiting for the question to come up on my machine. Okay. My 81-year-old mother refuses to stop smoking, even though her hands and her feet are always cold and turning blue. Oh, she's smoking. All right. Her doctor told her the smoking is destroying her circulation. Well, that's right. But she says smoking is the only pleasure she has left, and she'd rather die happy than quit now. I'm terrified that she's going to lose a toe or worse. Do I respect her choice or keep fighting her about this? Oh, this is from David. All right, David, this is gut wrenching. And I want you to hear this. You're asking the right question, but it's not actually an either or situation here. First, the medical reality is that your mom is right that smoking destroys her circulation. All right, the doctor is right there. Nicotine constricts the blood vessels, which makes less warm blood reaching her hands and her feet, and that's why they're always blue. All right, that's not just cold. That's inadequate blood flow when you see something turning blue. And yes, it absolutely can lead to tissue damage, infections, and even amputation in extreme cases. Smoking is the worst. It absolutely is. But here's what most people don't understand about smoking in seniors and why people just don't smoke anymore. I mean, at 81, your mother has been smoking for probably 60 plus years. Quitting now won't reverse all this damage. It will not. It's already been done. But it will stop making things worse. And more importantly, continuing to smoke makes every other intervention to help her circulation less effective. So here's my approach. Stop having the same fight with her over and over again. That's not working. It's damaging your relationship and it's making her dig in harder. Okay, humans don't respond well when they're told what to do. So instead, shift the conversation to her quality of life right now. Ask her if we could find ways to make your hands and feet feel warmer and less painful without you having to quit smoking cold turkey. Would you be interested in trying those things? Most seniors will say yes. If you could try those hand warmers or those feet warmers or things like that, then introduce the warming solutions that are actually going to work. They might be space heaters, but really, in your mom's case, they're going to be hand warmers and feet warmers that are perfectly safe for her, that she can put on. They'll improve her comfort tremendously. Next, talk to her doctor about the harm that the cigarettes are doing, and see if your doctor can get her to switch to a nicotine patch or something temporarily that she could do. All right? You can't force an 81-year-old mother to quit smoking. You're just not going to do that. But you can offer support and provide information and get the doctor on your side. He or she may not have any clue. Besides most patients, they would come and see me first thing in the morning because that would allow them not to have a cigarette until they got out of the office. And I knew that, they knew that, but we were all playing games, okay? They lied to me and told me they didn't smoke when actually they did. I could smell smoke on people all the time. They'd say somebody else smoked, but still secondhand smoke is just as bad as smoking that cigarette. Okay, so think about that. Think about how you two can coexist. And secondhand smoke is a whole nother story. But get those hand warmers and those feet warmers for her. They are amazing. And get her to get up and walk around a lot. All right. Shouldn't be smoking when she's walking around, so make her walk more. All right. Take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.